Hello, my name is Bradley Law with Microsoft, and today I'm going to walk you through a secure website form submission and encrypted email in support of homeless efforts with the Department of Veteran Affairs. So the agenda is pretty straightforward. I'm going to demonstrate how we can use a secure form submission that can be transferred to an address with an encrypted email for homeless support, and the correspondence between whoever submitted that particular form and VA can also be encrypted as well. We'll start with the first scenario where we're going to show how we can receive support from va.gov. Now, this will be an organization who wants to interact with the Department of Veteran Affairs in regards to something along the lines of homelessness, and how that external organization can complete and seek that support related to that particular veteran for whatever that homeless need is. We'll start out by introducing you to Ted Bailey. Ted Bailey works for the National Coalition of Homeless Veterans, and his need is basically some program information related to something along the lines of homelessness. Ted's going to start by going out to the VA website, and he's going to complete this form. I'll go ahead and use this form submission here to go ahead and complete this quickly. We'll go ahead and pick an address as well. We'll click the topic of being homeless, and what is your subject? And we'll say mental health. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and copy some information in here as well. So this question is from Ted Bailey, obviously, and he's going to have a pretty lengthy discussion around just some information he wants in regards to support for the organization related to homelessness. Now, Ted also wants to add in an attachment. Okay, we'll do a quick review. Everything looks good there, and we'll go ahead and submit that form. Now, once that form submits, we will receive a confirmation that that was successfully sent over to VA. Now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and log into Ted's email, okay? And here we see that he's received a new message from the organization, and it's basically giving us some information in regards to his question of homeless and the number L115, and it's basically saying thank you. Now, this is just any type of message that you want to send automatically. This was an automatically transferred message. Okay, and Ted's able to interact with that however he needs to. Now, the content that we saw in that particular form can also be edited however necessary as well. Those are just a few fields that I picked just to showcase how we can actually easily do this as well. Next, we'll go ahead and we'll show a little bit of information on how that would be received inside of Veteran Affairs for the homeless team's support of Ted's question. What I'm going to show is how you can receive and interact to support the questions from the website related to homelessness. Now, this will be up through Outlook as well. And what we're going to introduce you to now is Michelle, or who we're going to introduce. Michelle is an employee of the Department of Veteran Affairs. Okay, she's basically been empowered with supporting questions on homelessness from that portal submission that Ted sent in as well. Now, Michelle may open up her email, and this could be a group email or any number of emails. Okay, and she'll see that she's received this particular message with a timestamp from the website with the following details. Now, because of the response time here, and this is just an example, has been set to 2 days, because that subject that we completed on that form was mental health. Again, any of those fields on that form could be edited if this is something that you're interested in. However, we can start categorizing things as well when we start having information like that we're pulling from that portal form. Okay, I can also see that there is an attachment. We've got the message itself, okay, that Ted sent in. We've got his topic, which was a homeless question. We've got other details as well. For example, we can pull in the organization name or other phone number information. He did complete his address, so that came along with the submission as well. We're going to go ahead and respond to that message, okay? Now, when we respond to that message, what's going to happen is we can see here already that this particular message has already been encrypted. So I'll go ahead and discard that. I want to show you where that's at. Okay, we saw a little message there on rights management, but we can see this is encrypted only, and this message is encrypted, and it cannot be removed. Permission granted per this particular account, and we'll go ahead and respond to this message to correspond with Ted. Okay, I've got a canned message I'm going to send back over to Ted. Thank you for your inquiry. Let's go ahead and put his information in here as well. Ted, thank you for your inquiry. VA is committed. And we can go on about however we want that. Now, again, these are email templates that could be edited to whatever content that you want in them. In this example, we're going to be providing a website access or a link to the website, the va.gov website, where Ted can look for more information. Okay, and we'll go ahead and send that over. Okay, that's been sent. And then next we'll go over to Ted's email and we'll ensure that he's received that message from the Department of Veteran Affairs in regards to his inquiry on homelessness. All right, so now we're back in Ted's email. Okay, we can see his profile information here. Now this is a Gmail account, but this would work similar to any type of account that we have. Now here's our new message that we've received from Ted. Over here on the right, I can see that it appears to have been encrypted. There's a note here. That encryption can come from VA's Office 365, which is already in place. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and read this message. When I click on that, it's going to prompt me to sign in. Now when it's signing in and validating that the email address that this was sent to is the same one that's going to open this message. Let's go ahead and click that button, and it's going to let us into that message and that email. Validated that I'm actually within that email account, even though it's a Gmail account. And again, we can see that this message is also encrypted. Here's a message that we sent outside of Outlook back over to Ted. Thank you for your inquiry. VA is committed. Okay, the other details, and there's the website, and Ted from here could go ahead and see if this is enough. In this case, Ted's going to respond, and he's going to say thank you. This is a great help. All right. And he's going to send that message over. All right. And he'll go back into his email and continue with the rest of his day. Now from the homeless support team, we can see that we have received a new message from Ted. All right, I can see that lock icon, which is indicating it is still encrypted. I can see the message here, thank you, this is a great help, and another message indicating that it has been encrypted and it cannot be removed as well. So just to close out on this, I just wanted to go ahead and summarize a couple things here. Now, for the web page submissions themselves, they're sent securely through a website. Okay, that website can be branded to look like va.gov and exist on the va.gov website. Now, the edits to the form are completed by business users if they have the proper permissions. As I mentioned, VA branding can also be applied to that submission page, and the metadata can be captured for later use, and any of the fields that we saw on that portal submission can also be edited whatever requirements necessary for that. Now, when we started responding via Outlook back and forth with Ted into his Gmail account, we can see that the emails themselves, now I just used a few messages that I kind of just made up, but the messages that indicating initially that Ted's we've received his submission can be edited in whatever that content should be as well. And the correspondence with the individual itself is clearly encrypted back and forth, whether Ted's receiving that message in his Gmail account or what other organizational account he's using, as well as being encrypted when it's received within the VA side in Outlook. And that's indicated by that lock or the messaging, and also by the way that Ted had to open that secure message as well. Now that encryption is actually occurring internally on the VA side, so there's no need for any third-party encryption tools or anything of the sort as well. And then finally, that encryption cannot be removed by any parties associated within that correspondence. It's impossible for them to remove that encryption.